Hey guys, it's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Ready to Love, Season 10, Episode 2 review. So in Episode 2, we get to meet the 10 other singles. Of course, it's 5 women, 5 men, and we're first introduced to Coley, who is 32, a flight attendant, and she says when she enters a room, she turns heads, okay? She is very confident about her looks and everything. And then we're introduced to Fritz and his Killmonger hairdo. And he talks about being very well traveled and how he's gone to all these different countries and how he just got back from Rome. And so initially him and Coley had, some things in common with her being a flight attendant and traveling as well. Now, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to insert some clips throughout this video of what I said about these cast members on my Meet the Ladies video that I did before the show aired and my Meet the Fellas video that I did before the show aired, where I gave you guys my thoughts and opinions on what I thought their personalities would be like just based on their cast photos. Of course, I added humor to it, but then there was some real moments in there. And when I be telling y'all I know how to read people, y'all need to start listening to me. I have never seen these people before. Of course, the show hadn't even aired or anything. And I hit the nail on a lot of these people. Okay? So just know that I'll be inserting some clips here in the video. So then we're introduced to Tay. Gorgeous, really pretty. You know who she looks like to me? It's the one girl from OMG Girls. It's Zanique. Then you got the taller, like skinnier one. And then you got the other one who was real curvy. They look alike to me. And I always thought that the one that was real short and curvy was so pretty. I thought she was a pretty little girl growing up. She's a pretty woman now. But her and that little girl from OMG Girls look like they could be sisters. Very cute. Y'all know I hated her outfit in her cast photos. It looked a lot better on camera, but it still is not something that I would have gravitated to. But the men were loving it. Like I said, Tay is introduced. She's super pretty. Really straightforward. She just has a really dope personality. Like, she didn't hold back, and it wasn't in a rude way or anything. And this is what I said about her in my Meet the Ladies video. Now, she's really cute. She's really pretty, especially when I zoom in on her photo. I like her little bohemian braids. She has a very pretty face, gorgeous smile. I hate this outfit. I hate it. It got some little shorts underneath, but this floral pattern and the colors are really throwing me. So I think the guys are going to really like her because she seems like she's going to have a very light, effervescent attitude, very bubbly. So I think she's going to do well. And I was spot on. I said that the guys are going to like her a lot. I hated her outfit though, but the guys loved it. But I said that they were going to be on her and that she was going to do really well in this competition. And I was right. Then we're introduced to Cam, who is a fighter. He looks a lot better on camera than he did in his cast photos. 10 times better. 10 times better, okay? Still not my cup of tea, but he looked 10 times better. Rocky is introduced, and oh my God. Somebody in production must have gotten a hold of her, because the Rocky that we saw in this episode and the Rocky that we were shown in her cast photographs are two different versions of the same lady. In her cast photograph, based off the way she looked, I described what I thought her personality would be totally different because she looked way more polished. Her hair was combed correctly. The dress that she wore fit her properly in the cast photo. She just looked so much well put together, right? Smile, everything was just so pretty. We get to Rocky on camera. Rocky hair all over the place. That orange slip dress looked a hot mess on her. It didn't fit her right. It didn't help her shape at all because she's very box shaped. She ain't got no booty. it was rising up in the back. She just looked flustered and like she just said, let me throw on this dress and do like this to my hair and throw on some heels and let me go on this reality show. And it's the best that I got. I'm giving you the best that I got, baby. And that's exactly what it was giving you the best that I got, which was nothing. Like, soon as she started talking, she was so Philly, so hood, up her talking about some dead ass. Like, is she one of my besties, Sharita friends? Like, what is going on? Like, she was just so around the way girl-ish. And like I said, it was a totally different vibe than how I saw her in her cast photo. Two totally different people. And like I said, somebody in production combed that girl hair and like situated that dress and told her how to pose, because that was two different ladies, okay? Two different ladies. She is very rough around the edges. But she sits down and has a one-on-one conversation with Khil, and I was 1000% about him too. Baby, I said in that photograph that I couldn't tell what was going on in the back of his head, but that it looked like he had locks and that they started back here. And I was 1000% correct. I don't know what he is holding on to, but he needs to let it go like Elsa, okay? Because no way should your locks start all the way back here and then all of this is shaved low. All of this is shaved low on the sides. And then you just got a mohawk strip of locks. Sir, do yourself a favor and cut them locks off. Start over. Do something, okay? And actually, he would look a lot better with a low cut because he's not a bad looking man at all. Actually, he's handsome. He looked a lot better on camera than he did in his photographs. But that hair is a trifling fool. And then all of this wasn't even laid down good. It was giving BDBs. I was like, no. Okay? I wasn't feeling that at all. Then we go to Cisco, who is Hispanic. He was sweating profusely. I mean, you saw the sweat lines going down his face and it was kind of disgusting, okay? I don't like all that sweaty stuff, like, because I don't sweat, okay? I glisten, okay? But he was just sweating or whatever. Handsome man, body on everything. He's an amateur bodybuilder. And he's sitting down having a conversation with, I believe it was Rocky maybe. And he was like, you mind if I take my shirt off or whatever? Because I'm hot. And, you know, everybody looking because, you know, he buff, you know, AF. And I'm just looking at him like that would have turned me off. Just to be honest with you, he's a nice looking man, got a nice body, of course. But it's like, you ain't checked the weather before you left out the house. Like, get you a portable fan. Why is you taking off your shirt? Like, I get it. You a big dude and it's hot or whatever. I'm guessing they filmed this spring, summer or whatever. But I just thought that was a little tasteless to be sitting up there taking off your shirt. Like, grow up. But like I said, ladies were going to love him and I was correct. So then we are greeted by Hussein. That's how you said pronounce his name. In my Meet the Guys video, I did not know how to pronounce that man's name, but it's Hussein. And he is immediately on Tay. I will say about him too, because I found him to be very unattractive in his cast photograph. He was giving lurch. But on the show, he looked a lot better. A lot better. They need to do a lot better with these cast photos because they be doing them dirty. But anywho, he was immediately on Tay as soon as he saw her in that outfit. And I was like, y'all really like this little outfit? Okay, well, tell me something. Maybe I need to start wearing florals. So we're introduced to Rose, who greets all the men. Very flirty right off the bat. Now, see, I got her wrong and right. I got her wrong in the fact that I thought that she was going to be more laid back and that the guys would come to her. She wouldn't go to the guys. And I got that part wrong. But I also said that the guys are really going to feel her and that she was going to do well. And I was right about that. So Will arrives for his second chance, child, and starts off telling jokes again. My God. I'm like, didn't you learn anything from the day prior? You big goofball. Like, I just cannot with him. He's socially awkward. He doesn't read the room. that loud laugh. It's just no. Then them hookah shell beads or whatever he had around his neck. No. It's just not. No. Sahara, who we is getting a second chance as well, is talking about how this time she concocted this little love potion at home to help her to do better. Now, you know, she into all of that type of stuff, and it was given, I'm scared. But she did fare well this second go around. But I had to go back to my video to see what I initially said about her. And y'all, listen to what I said about her in my initial Meet the Ladies video. She seemed like she the loud, obnoxious type of girl. She seemed like she the type that's gonna throw herself on the guys and just be extra and just doing too much. She irking me already, and I ain't even heard this lady speak. I was dead on about her. I read her so well. Y'all, I'm a people reader. I wrote books for a living for 20 years. My job was to read people and analyze people, and I'm a movie buff. I'm a television buff. Like, I've spent my whole life looking at people and reading them and their body language and all of these things. And I was spot on about Sahara. I knew that she was going to be irksome and that she was not going to fare well. I knew that. I knew it. So Tommy comes out, you know, he gives his speech about how two people gonna go home that night and all of that. So Rose is digging Hussein, and they sit down and talk, and she talks about how she loves interior design, and he was like, I love interior design too. And so she was like, oh my gosh, she thinking that they on the same page. And I'm thinking he's talking about interior design, like home interior decorating and stuff like that. But this is the same dude that said he was a visual display artist or whatever. Check out the video, and this is what I said about him. H. Edmonds, he is 42 and an Adidas visuals manager. Now, that can go one of two ways. He actually works for the Adidas company doing like marketing as far as visuals and things, or he work at the Adidas store and he worked doing store displays. You know what I'm saying? It's giving me the latter. Y'all, why was I right? Why when they showed what he does for a living visually, why were there two pictures of him in sneaker stores working on displays? I knew it. I freaking knew it. I knew it. He just tried to give it a fancy name. I'm like, dude, you work at the Adidas store. He probably the dude that go around and do the displays, but like, sir, stop. He tried to make it sound way better than what it was. And you could tell when she got to showing him pictures of the things that she's done that they weren't talking about the same thing. I was like, I knew it. So Shanice talks to Cisco, and I must say that outfit she had on, it was too much. It was baggy in the crotch. I thought that it was the gloves and stuff was just doing too much. And then especially knowing that it was hot out there and you got on gloves and like, it was too much. But I was peeping the designer pieces. I peeped the Dolce & Gabbana earrings. I peeped the Versace dress that she had on in her confessional. I was like, okay, she got some pieces. Okay. And is it me or doesn't she look like Uzo Adoba? Is that how you say her name from Orange is the New Black? She looks like the brown skinned version of Uzo. Like they could be in the same family, like sisters. Like they look alike to me. But she, of course, is attracted to Cisco like all the other ladies are. Will has another awkward conversation with the Coley. And I'm like, oh, he don't know how to talk to women. I don't know if he freezes up, but he just does not get it at all. Fritz tells Tay that she's fave amongst the men. They are on her like white on rice. And I said it. I said they was going to be on her, honey. I said it. So when he's talking to her, he talks about, once again, how he travels and he does business and how he turned down this lucrative deal to come to the show because finding love was more important. And I said, I was right about this nigga too. You can't tell him. You cannot tell him, okay? He seemed like he gonna be arrogant. He seemed like he gonna come in thinking he is that guy, thinking he is that dude, okay? I can see him being a type that lead with money because that's really all he got going for him. And so I can see some women liking him maybe because he might got some money. But other than that, I think he gonna get on everybody's nerves and they're gonna be turned off by his personality. I was 100% right about him. Some of the ladies like him now, but I think as the show progresses that his money talk is going to start turning the women off, because the fact that he kept on leading with that, I was like, yeah, he's one of, like I said in my video, he's one of those dudes that talk about money and stuff like that because he feels like that's pretty much like the best thing going for him. You know what I'm saying? And that's what attracts women, because guess what? All the women liked about him was the fact that he was well-traveled and a businessman. It wasn't about his personality, his looks. It was about the money. He leads with money, and it's going to become a nuisance at some point. Watch what I tell you. And right off the bat, when he talks to Tay, he says that he think he found the one. Okay. I was like, come on, Miss Tay. She was very beautiful though. So Rocky and Khil are vibing with one another. And I'm like, girl, you like this man with this Skeletor locks? Like, okay. But I was like, her hair messed up, his hair messed up. Two birds of a feather flock together. Cam asked Shanice what she does for a living. And that conversation then goes into the 50 million jobs that this lady got. And Khil talks to her. And it's the same thing with her talking about what she does for a living and how much she work. Send me number, work. It's like, girl, your whole personality can't be your job. No. No. But I did read her right too, to an extent in my video, because I said that she's a girl about town. Everybody know who Shanice is. She about her coins. She about, traveling, going out and all of that type of stuff. But in order to do all of that stuff, she gotta what? Work. So then Coley is talking to one of the dudes. And she says, the first time I came to Philly, I was like, oh my God, there's pollution falling from the sky. And then everyone was like, that's snow, dumbass. Look at what I said. First up, we have Nicole Coley Ferguson. She's 31 years old, and she is a flight attendant and student. She's a pretty girl. I see a lot of guys liking her if she's not a weirdo, but it's something about her eyes that's giving me crazy. Didn't I read her right? Just looking at her eyes, I knew that this girl was going to be a weirdo. A weirdo, bro. She is so dumb. Every conversation that she had with men, she sounded so dumb and ditzy, and they all was looking like, what is happening here? Like, she's so pretty, but there is nothing but space and opportunity up there. Like, what is happening? Cisco is really attracted to Tay. That's another one that's like on her, and he loved her outfit, and she liked him too, until he tells her that he's cheated in the past. And that really bothers her because her last relationship, she was cheated on. And he can tell from the look on her face that things kind of shifted for her. And he then explains that he was young when that happened, but how he doesn't have time for that anymore. He wants a serious, committed relationship. Check out what I said about him. He's a handsome man. The ladies are going to go crazy over him. I'm already knowing. He got a nice body. He chocolate. He got the salt and pepper thing going on. He looks like he's over 6 feet tall. I just need to see his teeth. If his teeth is on point, oh yeah, it's a wrap for the other guys. The ladies are going to clamor for him like that's been married before. He looked like he might have 1 or 2 kids out here. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he might be a good dad or whatever, but he also looked like he might have cheated on his past wife or his ex-fiance. He seemed like he was a cheater in the past and trying to right his wrongs now that he's older and he's wiser. That's what he's giving me. Very much, ladies. Didn't I call it? Or didn't I call it? I said that man used to be a cheater and now he's trying to right his wrongs. Baby, if y'all want advice from me about a person that you're dating, send me a picture. Because I will tell you if the person ain't shit or not. Baby, I be reading folks. I read that man down with just a picture. Never heard him speak, didn't know nothing about him, and I read him down, okay? So when I be doing these reviews on these dang on shows and I be telling y'all about folks, y'all need to start listening to me because 99.9% of the time I be right about stuff and it come out in the wash sooner or later. Now let me also say one thing about Mr. Cisco. Is he fine? Yes. But baby, if I would have been Tay sitting next to that man while he was sitting there in just his tank top and he had his arm cocked up. Now, thankfully, he shaved underneath his arms because that really would have pissed me off. But what bothered me was that lip ball of deodorant. Y'all don't know, that would have grossed me out. I cannot stand to see crumpled up deodorant underneath a woman's arm or a man's underarm, especially a man if they got hair underneath their arm and then the deodorant balls get stuck in the hair and it be oh my god, it's so disgusting, so disgusting. And then I especially hate to see deodorant lines under a woman's arms after the dating went by and it kind of get, them little moist white. Like when did I start using gel deodorant? I started using gel deodorant in my 20s. And you want to know why I started using gel deodorant? Because y'all know I'm so into celebrities and things that I would watch award shows and things. And I would see celebrities, especially black women, like raise their arm and wave. And I'd be like, she ain't got on deodorant. Because I would never see any deodorant lines or anything. And then I was watching something one day where they were saying that celebrities wear clear gel deodorant so they don't have any lines. And I was like, oh, and I was like, well, that's what I'm going to do because I don't want to have lines underneath my arms. So since my 20s, I've been wearing gel deodorant. Like it goes on clear and everything. It smells wonderful because I hate that deodorant look. It's so nasty to me. Oh my God, it's so nasty. And that ball of deodorant would have pissed me off and turned me off about that man because that whole scene, that's all I could focus on. Oh my God, are any of y'all like that? Please let me know down below in the comment section if y'all are like that too. So Rose is feeling Cam, who he says in the beginning he really didn't want children, but now it's like his clock is ticking. He really wants to have kids. And, that was really big for her because she does have a son. But they have a lot of chemistry with one another. Then they get to talking about his family. And he explains how he has a strained relationship with them because they're very religious and he's not. And that was a damper for her because she is very religious and she wants to be with a man that does have faith. That would have been the number one thing that would have been like, yeah, time to go. I can't be with somebody that doesn't believe. He don't have to believe in my God, but he got to believe in somebody's, okay? But yeah, that would have been a no for me, a hard no. Sahara tells Fritz that the world is flat. And he said, and you're serious about that? She said, yeah. There's no need to have any more conversation about it. Yep. Yep. Coley then tells producers in her confessional that her type of man is any man that is 6'2". That's it. That's the only requirement. He just got to be 6'2" or above. That's it. This bitch. Woo! Jesus, help her. Will basically has already given up. He has a conversation with Cam or one of them other dudes, chocolate dudes. And he basically has given up. He's like, just send me on home. It's over. I tried my hardest. And it was very sad and cringy to watch, to see that he just given up and was just like, I'm not cut out for this. They're not going to want me. They didn't like me yesterday. They're not going to like me today. It was very self-deprecating and uneasy to watch. So then Tommy comes back and he sits down and talks to the guys about who they're feeling. And they say that they're feeling Tay and Rose. And I was like, okay, Keisha, you read that. The ladies are feeling Fritz, Cisco, and Cam. And so at the end of the episode, Tommy says that the ladies have decided that Khil and Will are in the bottom. It's because Will and his awkward conversations and stuff. And Khil because a lot of the women really didn't get a chance to talk to him because he spent a lot of time talking to Rocky. And in the end, Will is the one that is once again told that he's not ready to love. And so Tommy calls him up, and then that's when he reveals to the cast that he was a part of the first 10 from the previous day, and how it showed a lot of courage that he decided to come back and try again. You know, everybody clapped for him, but they still don't know about Sahara because they acted like they didn't know each other. Okay. Then Tommy tells the ladies that the guys felt like Coley and Shanice were in the bottom. Coley because the bitch is dumb. And a lot of dudes was saying like she's beautiful, but like the conversation was just so surface level. Like, and then with Shanice, it was she talked about her job constantly. Like they couldn't even get past that. It was like a wall was up. So Tommy tells Coley that the guys decided that she isn't ready to love, but that he's going to offer her a second chance. And he was like, how you feel about that? And she was like, don't waste my fucking time. And I was like, well, wait a minute now. What? Yes, she did. And some of the girls were like, yeah, Coley. And Tommy had to remind her that if you come back, you get to meet the other 10 people. And that's what she was like, oh, okay, yeah, I want another shot. And I was like, see how slow she is? Like, you dummy. Because she was like, if they don't want me, then I don't want to be nowhere I ain't wanted. I'm like, they didn't want you. That don't mean the other guys don't want you. But I just don't see it really fair enough for her because, like I said, she's dumb. But I got to be honest with you guys. I actually enjoyed episode 2 more than I did the season premiere episode. I think this is going to be an interesting cast of people. I can't wait for everybody to meet each other so we can see the new connections that are going to build with people. This is going to be very, very interesting to see how this whole season goes down. You guys let me know down below in the comment section what you guys thought about this week's episode. Let's talk about it. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.